Hi guys, how we doing? Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. I'm cooking. Hey Glenn, how you doing? How's it going, guys? Green trees in. Good to have you guys. I'm doing another little painting session. So I thought, why not chat while I'm doing it? No, it's not a test green tree. I'm streaming for an hour or so. How you doing, Sampila9? Is that how you say it? Get my brushes ready. How's the image, guys? Can you all see? Is everything working alright? If you could let me know how's the sound, that'd be awesome. Right, now where's my just trying to get my picture up on screen, my reference picture of the defenders of Rohan. And I'm making perfect. Okay, so I'm going to start with the face. Is anyone else painting tonight? Are you guys going to be painting along with me? Hi Tim, Stephen Devlin, image and sound good stuff. I decided to do it again through the actual channel on YouTube because the quality I think is a little bit better, the image quality. When I did it through Facebook Live, I don't think it was great because Facebook kind of condenses everything down to make it work better for them. I can't find my Element Games Regiment brush, which is annoying. Oh, there it is. So I can't find it. How you doing, Carl? Good to have you in. Right, I think I'm going to make a start on the skin. I'm going to do the skin the same way I do all my skin. So it's going to be Bugman's Glow, Kislev Flesh, Cadian Flesh Tone, the usual washes. Dig them out, so I have them. I'll do from last time. Yeah, so that's basically all I'm going to be using. And I do this. I pretty much use the same whenever I'm painting Caucasian Flesh. It never changes. A bit ink broke and all that. Tim, hoping to finish off my Ruffian Leaders tonight finally. Yeah, I've got one more to do. I'm just having a bit of a break from it. I just wanted to paint something a bit different. I've been wanting to paint this guy for a while, so. Oh, Stephen painting Gamling's banner. Yeah, can you imagine that's tough. You're doing the freehand. The Gondorian Gamer painting Mordor Urukai now. Good stuff. Mike Blake, evening all. Tanya, hi Tanya. Sampila 9, I'm working on my Gilbalt Alchemist goal. And Dan's in. How you doing, Dan? Guys, make sure you post all your whips in the Facebook group as well. I like seeing what people are up to. It's a lot of fun. I've been working on terrain this afternoon. I was extremely hungover this morning. I went out last night and it was a bad one. It was a bad one. I'm going to flesh tone wash. Where did this stream sneak in from? I just thought I'd stream. I did it the other night when I was painting, and it went down pretty well. Got a few people in. It was nice. Helped me along with my painting. So I thought I'd do it again. I'm painting tonight. And if anyone's not seen my super duper painting glasses, you're in for a treat. Check them bad boys out. I need them to see. Alright, okay. So I'm just going to start getting a base colour down and I'll come back into the chat, but feel free to chat amongst yourselves. Yeah, so I was doing terrain today, part of the next video, which is exciting, but I just fancied painting something. I've got my painting mojo back at the moment, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's all good. I need some better lights to paint to. But I'll manage. I'll soldier on. So normally when I'm painting skin, I'll put a couple of coats of this on to get a nice smooth base, bit of fluff. I thin it right down, as I'm hoping you can see, and I'm going over it's actually Panzer Grey, it's called, undercoat from Vallejo. It's what I use as an alternative to black. I just think it's in that, and Vallejo primers are just really nice primers. They hold paint really well. Yeah. So that's the first coat. I'll let that dry off. And I'll come and chat to you guys for a minute. Where are we? Glyn's asking how everyone is. We're all well, Glyn, I think. Dave Sweeting, is that the Helm's Deep one? No, it's from the set which was Defenders of Rohan. I think it's still available, but it's a Warhammer World exclusive. Green Tree's been building his 2x2 board most of the day, following your vids. Good man. Yeah, I got your message on YouTube. I replied, my friend. Gaz is doing his Royal Guards. I've got a load of Royal Guard painted, mounted. I've got to do the foot versions, which I'm dreading. And I started them. Bloody hell. When the Pelennor set come out, it was just after the Pelennor set came out. I painted them up pretty quick, and then I kind of thought, right, I'll have a bit of a break before I paint the foot models, and this is still the break. It's been that long. Trying the banner freehand looks more like a dog than a horse at the minute. I was going to have a go at making my own transfers, Stephen, because apparently you can buy the transfer paper stuff and it works in a normal printer with normal ink, apparently, I've been told. So you could just Photoshop it, get it to the size you want, print it off, and you've got the transfer. That's what I was going to do with mine. I don't know how well it would work, but I'll keep you posted on that one. Dan, just priming my Witch King, Fixer Upper along with 12 model orcs and captain for our upcoming event. Which event are you going to, Dan? Mike Blake, I'm dreading doing gambling banners. Yeah. My two gamblings that I've got two, don't ask me why I've got two, but I've got two painted up, foot and mounted. The banners I've just painted them green and put like a red and gold outline around them, because I didn't want to even attempt it. But I'll let you know how them transfers go. I think that's a good idea. Stephen, are the £90 glasses worth it? For me, they are, mate, because my eyes are goosed. Long range, my vision is perfect. It's in the last 12 months I've noticed, and I don't know if it's through painting in this man cave with all these lights and straining my eyes to look at little miniatures that's done them in, or if it's just old age. But yeah, these are great. I mean, they're not the coolest looking glasses, but my god, they help my painting. So these are the sacrifices we make. Josh saying that Aragorn model is fantastic, almost as fantastic as those glasses. Cheers, man. Yeah, it is a nice pose. It's a funny one, this pose, because when I first seen it, when the Defenders of Rohan came out, I wasn't a fan. I was more of a fan of like dynamic, sort of fighty poses. But over the years, it has grown on me. I'm not sure why, but I do like it. Quite like it. It's quite commanding. It's more of a leader's pose, isn't it? Tanya, what brush make are you using? At the moment, I have a mix. So what I use for pretty much everything is the Regiment brush from Element Games. They're really nice brushes, and I've also got I think the regiment brush equates to probably a 2 or a 3, and then I've got character brush, which is the next size down. But I also use the Artis Opus brushes. My brush collection would sicken you. Yeah, Artis Opus. What's this one? This is my fine detail I use for eyes. This is Jarvis. That's a 4-0. And then I've got a load of just normal Citadel brushes, and then I have a load, throwing them around, of just random cheap hobby shop brushes. I mainly use them for terrain, but yeah, basically I have a mix of everything. A chop and change. I have got somewhere. Where are they? Can't find them now. Like really expensive brushes. What are they called? I can't remember what they're called. The make that everyone sings and dances about. They're not here anyway. I've got them somewhere else. But yeah, I've got tons of brushes. Tons. Failed Charge Games. Kia Ora from New Zealand. Welcome, my friend. Good to have you in, pal. Especially from New Zealand. Well, it must be early morning there. But yeah, fantastic to have you in, and it was nice to help out in the small way that we could by sharing your post, guys, and your video. Yeah, really, I think it touched a few people, and it's good work that you're doing. It's good, really good idea. Green Tree. Next mini I'll be painting is the King of the Dead. Yeah, I can't wait for that to come. That's going to be awesome. Who was lucky enough to get the dice? I was one of the lucky ones. They sold out pretty quick on pre-order, and I managed to get mine. Dan says also repping Vallejo primer brush, painting the black airbrush primer because it's so silky smooth. Yeah, I mean I airbrush mine on, but I've got all the different colours. I'd really like them to do a dark brown. Actually, I have the darkest brown that I can find that they do is this leather brown, but it is really nice. But I want them to do a dark brown, like a Rhinox hide shade primer. That'd be awesome. Transfers sound interesting. Yeah, I'll keep you guys posted because I'm going to have a go of it. I've got to update my printer. My printer just went kaput on me a couple of months ago and I've not replaced it. So as soon as I get a new printer, I've ordered the paper. So I'm going to give it a go, and I'm going to start with Gamlen's banner because I think it'll look cool. Bruce says, Waves can't start happy painting. Good you could pop in. Nice to have you, Ruth. Have you painted your Ents yet? Question mark. Carl says, would love to paint but just got home from a 3.5 hour drive from Liverpool. Glad to have this to wind down to. What was you in Liverpool for, brother? It's only up the road from us, you could have popped in. It's the Choices of Master Samwise at Arcane Games in Wolverhampton. 500. Right, okay, that's the event. Yeah, that's cool. Pop a link, Dan, for the event page in the chat if you want. That's fine. Yes, you can, Ruth. Yes, you can. Kalinsky brushes. Yeah, I've got 2 sets of dice. Couldn't be happier. Dice fetish apiece. Yeah, I'm glad it's not just me that's got the dice fetish. I'm going to get this next layer on, and then I'll get back into the chat of the flesh tone. Once this is done, we can start doing the cool stuff. I'm a very impatient painter. I've learned of late. I kind of want to get to the end result quick. Which is not a good habit and not one that I want to keep. I said this before. I said this on the last live stream. I think I did. I really want to sit down with friend of the channel, Tommy Sewell. I'm hoping to meet up with him this week, and I'm going to bring some minis. Go and chill out like it is. Get a chippy tea, just to annoy all you Southerners and anyone who's odd. I'll be getting a chip balm for me tea. Have that at Tommy's and paint some minis because that guy is an absolute pleasure just to have in your company and just listen to the way he talks. His enthusiasm for painting and the knowledge he's got is unsurpassed. He's a cool guy. I've got a lot of time for Tommy. And we've seen him on Saturday at the new Manchester GW opening, which is a very swish new store. That was cool. And we picked up some of the limited edition minis that were available for the opening, and we will be giving some of them away on the channel very soon. 40k minis, but yeah, very nice. Right, let's have a look. Failed Charge Games, thanks again for your support, mate. Managed to raise $400 for charity, which is absolutely amazing, mate. That hats off, my friend. That is anything that you can do. For me, I really admire anyone who tries to do anything, however big or small, just to help out another human being. I just think there's not enough of it in the world, and I think you know, you flick the telly on or the radio and listen to the news, and it's just all sort of negative stuff going on. You know, whether it's things that are going on in foreign countries with wars and atrocities, or it's, you know, closer to home and governments are just jokers who don't know what they're doing and don't have people's best interests. It's nice just to see the little things. People are still nice, people still have good bones in their bodies, really. So yeah, kudos to you, man. That's really cool. Stephen says, do transfers count as cheating? Only if you tell people you've done it. Yeah, it's massively cheating, but it makes your minis look cool, so I'm all for it. And it's quicker. Gondorian Gamer, I got 2 sets of dice as well. Those were a nice twist. Not sure what good glow in the dark is, but it sounds cool anyways. Yeah, I said that. I mean, it is a cool little thing, but yeah, do you need your dice to glow in the dark? I don't know. Carl says, took the baby to visit her great nan and all her cousins. Back to the grind of work tomorrow after paternity. Not looking forward to it. Oh yeah, that's grim, my friend. That is grim. Greentree says, fish chips and gravy. Don't have gravy with fish. Greentree, what's all that about? I have fish chips and curry, but not fish chips and gravy. Pie and mushy peas with gravy. Anyone else pre-order the cards? Yes, me and Ben did. Who won the mug from the last live? Reese Taylor. You probably missed it, obviously, because you're not on Facebook, Greentree. Literally straight after we shut the stream down, we realised we'd forgot to announce the winner, so we just got one of our phones out and went live on the community group, and yeah, we let, I think it was Glyn chose a number for it. I think it was 16 people who entered, and Glyn chose number 2, and it was Reese Taylor. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Right, let's have a look. I think I'll get one more layer on there. Adam Garnett, evening everybody, hope you are all well. I am very well, Adam. I'm a little bit hungover, and I was talking about you last night, Adam, with a friend of yours who we have friends in common. Her kids go to, well, her daughter Francesca, who you obviously know, is best friends with my daughter. So yeah, we were talking about yourself, and all good things, I may add. Yeah. So my private life was leaking into my nerd life. Hope you're well, man. Carl Daly, I need to pre-order Beragon Kyrian tonight alongside 2 packs of Citadel guards. Some guards at a fountain court, might throw in a Son of Aeol. Someone's doing alright. Now the cool minis, even that the Sons of Aeol got nerfed a little bit in the new iteration of the rules. I'm just going to turn this heater off. You can probably hear it keep coming on, but now it's too hot. I'll turn that off. But they're still good, still very good. If you know how to use them, they're great. Can you see that, guys? And we've got it's not long now till the weekender. 2 weeks away we are. It's snuck up on us, but I'm excited. It's going to be a good weekend, that especially for Middle Earth gaming. That's going to be awesome. That's 2 weeks away. There's still tickets available if you are local, or even if you're not local and you wanna weekender gaming. Get over to the Top Table Legacy Weekender event page and check it out. It's cool. Carl Daly, it's just to get free delivery. Yeah. You keep telling yourself that, brother. You keep telling yourself that. So how many have we got in? How do you know how many people we've got in? Oh, it tells me there 17 people. Jeez. Didn't expect that. If you've not been on the stream before, make sure you say hi in the comments. There we go. Cover your ears, guys. I'm going to give Aragon a quick blast with a hairdryer. Right. Let me get this flash shade on. So again, I always find that Reikland flash shade is a little bit strong for my liking. So just thin it down a little bit. And green tree. I wish I could be at the weekend. I'm in York for my bird's birthday. Come on, green tree. Bring her with you, man. Yes, Carl, I do the same. I spend £10 more rather than pay £4 for a stamp on a box. So we'll just slap this wash on. Has anyone in the chat painted this guy up? As of yet. If you have, post some pictures in the group so I can have a look, see what I'm up against. That'll do. I can need another light. Light there is not great. Move this light, hopefully it won't get in the way. Better. I can see now. I can see. I don't know what it's done for you guys. Hope you guys can still see. When's the weekend? It is the. I'll tell you now, Adam. It is. It starts Friday the 13th of October. Sorry, that's September. Ignore that. It starts the 11th of October. At 12 o'clock lunchtime, and that is a day where you can just come down from 12 o'clock onwards, hang out, play whatever you want, meet everybody, drink and be merry. Everything will be set up, so there'll be all the fancy Lord of the Rings boards out and everything. And then the Saturday and Sunday, which is the 12th and the 13th, there'll be sort of really relaxed events. So on the Saturday we've got a Lord of the Rings singles event, and then on the Sunday we've got a Battle Companies event. And then mixture over the Saturday and Sunday, we've got 40k in there. I think that's on the Sunday. We've got Warcry on the Sunday. We've got Vanguard. Mantic Games are coming down for the weekend. They're going to be hanging out and doing demos of different games, and may have some super special reveals over the weekend. May or may not have. We've got Tommy Sewell there, sitting at the painting desks, just chatting, painting with anyone who wants to come along and just, if they want to get something painted over the weekend. They can sit with Tommy and get tips and tricks, and he'll also be giving awards to people's minis that over the weekend that he thinks deservedly so. So even if you wanted to come down and you've got something in your cabinet that you've painted, it doesn't even necessarily have to be for the weekend, but it's just something you're really proud of. Bring it along and go in a cabinet at the end of the weekend. You could win a Golem Demon, as we've nicknamed them. We've got Luke from Luke's APS there all weekend. He's going to be holding a class. I think he's got 12 people in his class of how to just teaching techniques. They're going to be building a display board, so I think it's 18 inches by 12 inches. But everything they'll learn, they can transfer that to a bigger scale. So you get to hang out with Luke. There's just loads going on. Check the event page, Top Table Legacy Weekender. Search that on Facebook. Everything's on there, and it's just going to be a belting weekend. I can't wait. Let's have a look. Dan says, I've been thinking about doing a theme list featuring Glorfindel, Gandalf, based and Gandalf, based on being killing a Balrog and brought back to life. Just not sure what to name it. Any ideas? Don't know. Throw that out to the crowd, man. Any ideas for him? Green Tree, I don't think I've seen that version of Aragorn before. Yeah, it's cool. It's cool mini. Puns are welcome, says Dan. Appreciated and praised. Mike Blake, I literally picked up this box set last week on the trade page. Been waiting so long for this decent price. Is it not still available at Warhammer World? I know you can't order it, but I'm sure it's an exclusive you can. Or it was anyway. I'm sure it still is. Don't know. This is like proper old. This is from when it first came out, so this is probably a 15-year-old model. It's finally getting paint on it. Stephen says, what time do you expect the Scarring of Cheshire to wrap up on the Sunday? I'm hoping around 4 or 5 o'clock. I've not got the timetable in front of me what I put down. It was originally down to have 5 games, but we're going to have to go to 6 because it's had such a good reception and there's so many people playing. If we don't have 6 games, you could have the awkward position of not being left with an overall winner, and you could have a draw at the top with more than 2 people. So it is going to be 6 games, but we're going to make it work so people aren't hanging around too late on the Sunday. We know people, especially people like yourself who are travelling, do need to get back, so I'll do a revised timetable in the next couple of days for you. Adam G, I started him, got halfway through, then got distracted by other models which needed prioritising. I do that all the time. I've got a ton of unfinished minis. Right, I'm going to blast this guy with the hairdryer to get this flesh shade dry completely. And then what I'll do, I am going to reinstate the Bookman's Glow, which in the past there's been times when I skipped this stage, and I probably would skip it if I was painting rank and file. When I'm painting characters, I like just to get, can hold on to my brush. I like to get the Bookman's base back again. Obviously not in the recesses where I've put the shade, otherwise that would be a waste of time. See, it's funny how you go off and on. Well, I do anyway, like being in the mood for painting, because I've not really, I wouldn't say I've not been enjoying my painting. It's always been, I've been having to paint stuff because I've had to paint it, if that makes sense, rather than because I want to paint it. And that's probably one of the pitfalls of having a YouTube channel that you do battle reports on, because you paint stuff as a necessity rather than like I say, something that you really want to paint. And it's affected the way that I paint, so I paint now with speed in mind more, and because that's become a habit, I'm now struggling to not do that. And it's like, I think that corresponds to what I mentioned before about being impatient and wanting to get to the end result quick, which doesn't always lend itself to painting a mini well. Who knew? There's a bit there on his neck, and I can't tell if it's like the sinew muscle in his neck or if it's hair, and I've painted it as neck, if that makes sense. You forget actually how got a loose hair there on my brush and it's winding me up. You forget how much detail was on these old Lord of the Rings minis. Reset my brush because it's dying. The great miniatures. I love the original stuff. I think one of my favourites as far as likenesses goes has got to be either any of the Gandalfs, really. Gandalf the Greys were a great likeness for Ian McKellen, but Theoden, fantastic likeness. So I'm just getting some bookmarks on his cheekbones here. And on the nose. Let's have a look. Ben's in, how you doing? Top table Ben. Mike Blake, can't ever get up to Warhammer World, but it's just under the price Warhammer will sell it there. Alright, cool. Ben's really in the mood for painting at the moment, started painting Guildhall this afternoon. Vel Charge Game says, I'm with you on the painting for necessity. It's a hard thing to shake. Yeah, it's tough. It is a really hard habit to break. Right, Blake, I like to paint with my bro, have some banter and help each other out. Project I know it went currently is trees, using 2 of Luke's tutorials for inspiration. Yeah, Luke's tutorials are awesome. Trees are a bugbear of mine at the moment. I've not nailed a really good technique for building trees. I've got a few ideas that I want to try. But yeah, maybe I'll do a video on it. Right, okay, so let's get some Cadian on there now. Just going to pop that next to my Bugman's Glow, that way I can mix between the two. Get a nicer transition. Right, because he's so small, I'm going to go back to my fine detail brush here, folks. How many different Aragorns have you painted out? I think this is the last pose that I've not got version of painted, if I'm honest, Jeff. Pretty sure I've painted everything else. Green Tree cheats. Oh, he gets his trees from a foreground. That's disappointing me, that Green Tree. You're off my Christmas card list. Right, so I'm doing a 50-50 mix now, Cadian and Bugman's. I'm just pretty much going over all the highlights that I've already done. Pretty much. I want it a little bit thinner with my water bottle. I want these highlights to be transparent, and I'll build them as they're going on, if that makes sense. So just try and get a nicer blend. It's very difficult because these are so small. Anyone see HVM Studios Ruffians on Facebook today? They are absolutely stunning. That guy is super talented. I've liked his stuff for a long time. Actually bought his he released some Dwarven civilian miniatures. Do you remember who's doing that? Does anyone else buy them, or was it just me? I picked them up. Really nice miniatures, actually. I was chatting to him when I was painting them, and he's a cool guy. He was at one stage going to do some stuff for the channel to use in a battle report. It never happened for one reason or another. I think probably because he just got so super busy with commissions. but his stuff is amazing. I'm glad you're in anyway, Ben, because while I'm painting you can chat. Yeah. So I'm going in on the face now, so I want this a little bit more thinner, more water. I'm going to start with the nose. Don't know how, can you guys see what I'm doing? Do you want me to zoom in? Is that better? Oh, a nice point on my brush. So nose and nostrils first, and then I'm going to do that little bit in between the eyebrows above the nose and the eyebrows, and just a little bit where the light will hit his forehead. There. The lip. Cheekbones. The one at this side behind the hair is very awkward to get to. I'll blend that in. And the jawbone. So yeah, I'm really, I've said it a minute ago, I'm really getting my jiggle on with painting again. I'm enjoying it, I'm enjoying doing this, I've tried different techniques for my blending. Yeah, it's fun. You know, some stuff works, some stuff doesn't work, some stuff looks terrible. But you don't know until you try, do you? That's the beauty of it. Make that a little bit more lighter. What we're getting there, guys. Does everyone else do what I do? I'm painting off camera, right? Sorry. Does everyone else do what I do and paint faces first, or is it just me? Right, let's have a look. The chat's running away, let's see where we're at. Ben, yeah, spent some time with Thomas Hill this weekend and watched some of his videos. I want to try and improve my painting. Tried out some new techniques this weekend. Okay results so far. Yeah, same man. I've been pushing myself a little bit. Mike Blake using the seam foam latex one, and in the bag tear apart foliage set. Yeah. His stuff's cool. I'm going to start using his stuff on the channel. Adam Garnett tried source lighting on the Forge World Denethor and it seemed to work very well. I seen you post that and it looked cool. It's a nice miniature that. Failed Charge Games, got to run mate, unfortunately real life is calling. Enjoying the stream a lot. I'll try and catch more in the future. Can't wait to see the finished model, Tom. Yeah, Tom, take care my friend. It was good to have you in. Gareth Baller, HVM are awesome, such a good job on the ruffian leaders. Yeah, it's sickening how good it is. Sickening. Mike Blake bought the Dwarves 2, must have been a few years ago now. I think it's like 18 months ago, I think. Maybe a bit longer, don't know. Tim says, yeah, HVM stuff is awesome. I have some Dwarven civilians and his ruffians nearly made me throw mine in a pot of paint stripper. Tell me about it. It's not even just the minis, is it? It's the scene he sets that he's painting. Don't know how you can paint a hungover Steve. It's the one time I can't even look at a paintbrush. I'm actually feeling a lot better now. I've had a roast dinner. I was shocked. I didn't get up till 12, and then I just felt rough. But the more I've eaten, the better I felt. Ben says, last night I followed a tutorial by Pete the Wargamer. I managed to get a hero painted start to finish in 1 hour 20 minutes. Never painted that quick before. Good stuff. I'll have to go and check out. You've not seen the HVM? Go and check them out, man. They're insane. Adam saying he's used Pete the Wargamer for a few models. Always been happy with the outcomes. Yeah, he's a cool guy, and his tutorials are really easy to follow, which is what I like. Green Tree's gonna have to get some kip. Starts work at 7. Looking forward to getting home and getting some hobby done. I'll be sure to catch up with the rest of this. Take care all. Take care, Green Tree. Sleep tight, man. Dan says I paint in layers. Paint innermost point first and move outwards. Yeah. Ben always starts with the faces too. Yeah, because the faces are. If you paint the whole model and you're happy with it, and then you go to paint the face and you ruin it, like you say, you goosed it, aren't you? But if you've only painted the face, you don't feel too bad about sort of starting from scratch. Jeff Dave, when I was learning to paint many years ago, it was standard to go from inside to out, so faces, etc. first. I've seen other people start painting clothes and hair first, and I just find it really odd. You know, each to their own. I'm not telling anyone how they should paint. I'm far from anyone who can tell anyone how to paint, but yeah, just I find it odd. Right, let's crack on. Put my gigs on. So we're going to lighten the tone a touch. So I'll do one more layer, which is a mix, which is probably 70-30 in the favour of Cadian flesh tone. And we're just going over everything again. Can you see this? Apologies if I keep moving the miniature. I was talking to Ben about this the other day. It's hard. Well, it's hard enough painting, but it's really hard to paint on camera. Just keeping the miniature in a shot, because you can't. I'm trying to paint fingers, so I can't just look up to see if the camera's catching what I'm doing. It's actually hard enough talking whilst I'm doing it. But I'll persist. Yes, I'm using a wet palette. Redgrass Games XL. I wouldn't paint without it now. Okay. So nose, nostrils, brow, gone a bit heavy there, so what I'm going to do is go back to the darker mix and just neaten that up because it's a bit stark. There we go. Apologies for me being very quiet, guys. Just trying to concentrate. But I'm pretty happy with how this face is coming together thus far. Seem to be getting there. Yeah. There's a lot of people who were chatting about the pre-orders before, Ben. There's a few people who've got 2 packs of dice each. That's why they sold out so quick. Right, okay. I'm going to get some of the... Oh, I've done... Yeah, Kislev. Put some of the Kislev on. It's quite a leap now from Cadian to Kislev, so... I'm just going to start adding that in gradually. Some water in there. And in we go again. So this time on the hands, I'm just going to concentrate on the knuckle area rather than the whole finger. Sorry, I'm off camera again. Until you start trying to film on camera, you don't actually realise how much you move around whilst you're painting. It's crazy. Knuckles done. Okay, so start with a fresh brush. And this leap to Kislev is, you've got to be quite careful, I always find, now going into the face. Less is more. I'm actually looking at it now and I'm kind of wishing I should have not gone to start so quick, but I should be able to sort that out. Okay, cheekbones. Losing the point on my brush. They need a wash. Yeah, talking to Tommy yesterday, I was saying like I really want to up the game on the blends on my faces, and concentrate on the face. I spend a bit of time on the faces, a bit of time on the bases. The rest of the model I can not cut corners with, but not spend as much time on. Okay. Okay, let's go back into the chat. Who's done their pre-orders this weekend? And yeah, we've done that. Jeff Dave, going to have to go at Gonna have a go at painting the mounted Legolas and Gimli this week. A bit of a change from 35 Rise of Rohan. Yeah, definitely. It's lovely, lovely, lovely model that as well. Love that model. Benji, if I don't get mine, I will kick off. Need me some glow in the dark dice. I know for all them times that we play in the dark as well, we definitely need them. Anyone seen Matthew's Asciliath Ruins conversion? Yes, absolutely beautiful. Matt, he's a very, very talented guy, and I'm loving what he's doing with that. I think that's going to be for his display board for his army, which he's going to be using at Throne of Skulls, if I'm not mistaken. Ben saying, do you think they'll bring back Rohan dice for Rohan at War? Definitely expected some Isengard dice. Yeah, I think we will see reruns of the dice. I really don't think they're going to do. They may not just keep doing reruns, but I think we will see reruns of them. Definitely, I think. King Dice and Cards to Ben, says Mike Blake. Dan, you need Google glasses, GoPro strapped to your head. Mini will always be in frame. Yeah. Yeah, what happens if I need a toilet break and I forget to turn it off when I go? That would not be a good look. Adam Garnett, just the king for me. Talking about the pre-orders, Mike Blake, those Asciliath conversions are gorgeous. Yes, they are. Mike Blake, I used my GW vouchers I got from work when I went on sick leave. Jeff says, I'm happy with the old king, but might need to buy him to get the heralds. Yeah, the only problem with the old king sculpt is it's old. It's quite static. The new one is very dynamic and just super cool. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with the old one. And Dan saying all about them faces and bases. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. Okie dokie. Right. Let's do this. So now I'm going to go mainly Kislev. So we've got some water on there. And again we're going back into the knuckles, and we are just going to be slightly less of an area. How long have we been going? An hour, nearly an hour. Nearly an hour, and I reckon the face, well, the flesh, not the face, because we've got to do the beard and stuff on it. The flesh should be done in the next 15-ish minutes. Sorry, I keep going off camera again. Get these knuckles done. Right, straight into the face. Bridge of the nose, nostrils. So this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to create some wrinkles in the forehead. I don't know if that's coming out on camera. Because after this highlight it's going to be my final highlight. You could keep going, obviously, if you're a much more patient person than me. You could just keep going. Am I going to do one more after this? And I wanted to get them lines in. Yeah, we're getting there. I'm not as pleased with this side of the face as the other side, but beggars can't be choosers. Okay, so before the final highlight, I'm going to pop the eyes in. I'll do this now while I'm still on the flesh tone because, like I said last time, if I do mess up, I can tidy it up with some skin. Where are we? Dan said, yeah, maybe not the GoPro. Yeah, can you imagine? Mike Blake, what's your favourite Middle-earth mini, guys? My favourite Middle-earth mini? There's so many, like, you know, so many. The Aragon, the original Fellowship Aragon where he's got his hands out, I love. The Aragon, the Ammonhen one, or is it Escape from Ammonhen or whatever it's called, where he's got the dagger out and the sword, where the arms come separate. I really like that one. The new plastic 300s are great. I really like the metal Wild Men of Dunland. They were some of my favourite models to paint and just really characterful, great models. A lot of the new stuff has just been awesome. Like, I keep getting blown away by the new stuff coming out. The new Orc Captains were great. I know Tim did a fantastic job on his, which I really wanted to steal his paint job idea. They're just beautiful. So many. What about you guys? Stephen Devlin, Steve, what's the best material to use to represent water on a terrain piece? Is it PVA? No, definitely not. There's a number of different stuff you can use. Stephen, if you check my first tutorial that I did a couple of weeks ago, how to build a 2x2 board, I've done water effects on it, and I used a 2-part resin, which is great. It's not cheap. It's not majorly expensive, but it's not cheap. If you're just using it for bases, it'll last you for ages. If you're using it for a terrain piece, it's not so bad. The more you buy at once, the cheaper it gets. But if you check that out, I think you can see. I've not got any to hand, so I couldn't tell you what it's called. Or have I? Oh yeah, I have. I'm lying. Just bear with me. It's this stuff. Is that coming up? It's from CFS Fiberglass. If you Google that, you'll find the website. It's water, clay, epoxy resin. That's part A, and obviously you get part B. You mix them together in equal parts. And the good thing about that is you can colour it with paint. You don't need any special inks or anything like that, pigments to colour it. You can just put a drop of brown in and make it like a murky water, or drop of green, drop of blue if you want it to be more tranquil. But it's great stuff. That is what I would recommend. Other than that, if you're just doing a small amount, just like the water effects from Woodland Scenics or something like that. But I really rate the CFS stuff. I think it's fantastic. Benjamin's commenting on his favourite model. Stephen Devlin. Oh yeah, I always forget about the Mummet War Leader. It's a fantastic model. Absolutely fantastic. Do you know what? I could have painted that tonight. I'll do that next time. I'm going to paint him next time I do one of these, because I've been wanting to paint him for ages. At Mike Blake, get notifications here, dismiss. Sauron the Necromancer for me, good shout. Yeah, I agree with you, Dan. It's just it's hard to choose. You don't get it anymore, Ben. I tried to get that discount. It's discontinued. But it's well worth the money anyway, Steve. Right, okay, anyway, on with these eyes. I'm waffling. So I'm going to use Rhinox hide. Right. I need a tiny amount. Does anyone else have the same problem with me, is when you try to do stuff like eyes, by the time you get the brush from your palette to the eye, it's dried on the end of your brush. So annoying. Right, I'm going to concentrate here, guys. I'm going to be quiet for a few seconds. Paint these eyes. That's where these glasses come into their own. That's that done. And then I want pallid witch flesh. If I can find it. Not going to be able to find it now. Hehe, found it. I'll do whites of the eyes in pallid witch flesh. Basically what I've done, I've just done a line following the line of the eye in Rhinox, and now I'm going to do 2 dots in the pallid witch flesh, and that's pretty much how I do my eyes. Just 2 dots, not 2 lines, not on the scale this small, just 2 dots, it's more than enough. It's 1. It's awkward to get my brush in here because of this hair. Clean off that from scratch. Get position first. Okay, I'm going in. Done. I'm just going to get some of the darker flesh colour, not Bugman's Cloud, a mix between Cadian and Bugman's. What I'm going to do is underline the eyes now. It creates like a bottom eyelid. Like so. Beautiful. And I'm going to try, if I can, bring that up. Turn this one on. Bring that light on. 4 lights on my desk. Don't know how well that's showing the eyes. Can you see those? Okay, let's jump back in here. With eyes, I water the paint down more than I think I need to. By the time the brush gets them all, it's about as dry as you need it. Painting eyes is one of the few benefits of being short-sighted as I am. I can bring the models very close and look Oh, I have the opposite. I can't see things that close. I never do eyes. Always come out too starry. I just leave shade in the sockets. Yeah, I on characters I've started to do them. But yeah, I know what you mean. So the beard. Let's do this. So the beard. I'm going to be doing Aragorn's hair a base of Rhinox. So I've still got Rhinox out from doing my lining with the eyes. I'm going to mix that with the same colour that I've done the line under the eye, and I'm going to water it right down. It's almost a glaze, and I don't want too much on my brush. And I'm just going to go in and start feathering. Where it's going to be. And in the moustache as well. Cool. And then I'm going to go pure Rhinox. I'm going to water it down. And get a very tight point on my brush. I'm just going to do lines intermittently on the beard. And it kind of creates the illusion of hair strands, whereas you can still see the mix through with the fleshing, and again it's just creating an illusion that you can see through his beard and see the skin underneath. Yeah. That's showing up. Is that picture alright, guys? Can you see it? That's cool. So what I think I'll do is I'm going to go back to my bigger brush. I'm going to get Rhinox out again. I'm going to give the hair a base coat of Rhinox. Thin that down. So don't mind, you know, the dark undercoat showing through. Overloaded my brush a little bit there, so I'm just going to spread all this out. Again, this is what happens when you rush, and I rush a lot. Now the hair, in my mind's eye, is going to be quite basic, simple and quick. So it's going to be Rhinox hide, a wash of Nuln Oil, a dry brush of Rhinox hide, and then I'm always kind of in two minds as what to highlight Rhinox hide with. Would you go, let's have a look what we got. Baneblade, would you go Gothor? What do you guys think? I'm going to put it to you guys who are left watching. I'm probably thinking Gothor. Who is, here's a bit of a trivia, not a trivia, but it'd be interesting. Who is your favourite character out of the books, the movies? Mine actually is Aragorn. Aragorn's my favourite character. I just think he's awesome. And it's funny really, I've painted a lot of Aragorns, I've converted a lot of Aragorns. Very rarely played Aragorn in game. I'm not sure why that is. There's a little bit there, and I can see it's going to drive me mad. A little strand of hair. Got it. Little strand of hair had flesh colour on it. That bit of the neck that was on about before, I think it is hair. Yeah, it is. So I've painted it as hair now anyway. Gothor works well with Rhinox. Yeah. Would you say dry brush, Tim, or would you paint the strands on? I think with these metal models, dry brush has always worked well for me. But what do you think? And you like Boz? Yeah, Boz is a beast. Mike Blake, movies is Samwise. Yeah, there's that argument, isn't it, that he's the hero of the movies, Sam, because Frodo crumbled on a few occasions. So I think, just let me get my reference picture back up. Whilst I've got the Rhinox out, I'm going to do his boots. I mean, his jerkin is actually Rhinox, looks like, but I'm not going to do it Rhinox. I'm probably going to do it Dryad Bark, but I'll do his boots. Do his boots while I'm here. Boots on the cover art are brown. I'll paint the whole lot brown, but then them little sort of strappy rope bits are a grey. Just so I get the colour on there while I'm here. While I'm waiting for the hair to dry, I may as well do this, you know. Hey. Tim like Venator, Jeff Theoden, Mike Blake, Faramir from the books. Yeah, from the books, definitely not from the movies. Steve Devlin saying, paint the strands if you can. Yeah, hand's not steady as it used to be, Steve. For I always try to paint and then fail and end up dry brushing. Yeah, I know what you mean. I'm kind of thinking now, would I have been easier than painting it in Gawthor and then making a wash of Rhinox? Would that save me painting the strands? Has anyone done that or tried that? Does it work? Carl says, in the books, Faramir's arc is my favourite. Yeah, definitely. In the film, I can't get past Bernard Hill's Theoden. Adam G, torn between Boromir and Saruman, both were played to perfection by two of my favourite actors. Yeah, Saruman's a good character. Yeah, that's good. That's a fair point. And Fritz says, just painted my Aragorn today as well. This exact version, Fritz. Get him in the group, man. Let's have a look. Right, okay. Let's get Gawthor out. Have you seen how fine the strands are on this hair, though? I don't know. Don't know whether it's worth me taking the risk of painting them strands. I'll go for it. If you don't push yourself, you never know, do you? I'm going to blame you, Steve. It goes pear-shaped. Okay. Just where to start. Shaky hand. Worse than normal, I think it's the hangover. Can't wait for the new Saruman. Yeah, it's awesome, that model. Looks awesome. Books Aragorn, films Sam from Steve Devlin. I really don't like Denethor in the films. The book version is more compelling. It was the Fellowship version where he has his two arms over one. Yeah, it's a great pose, that. Great pose. Love that model. Well, Gawthor's going on, guys. It's not as terrible as I thought it would be. I think it will look a lot better once I get a wash over it as well. Just some points that I can't get. too bad. I was wondering if a glaze or Inox over the top would make that look a bit better. Yeah, I think that's tidied it up, so I'm going to let that dry. Cardelli says the less said about the Hobbit movies better. I like the Hobbit movies. I mean, I prefer the Lord of the Rings movies, like by a sheer mile, but I'd rather have the Hobbit movies than not have them. That makes sense. Fritz says, yeah, I like the pose too. My favourite might be the Deepening Wall version though. Another vote for the Deepening Wall. Yeah, the one where Aragorn's charging out with his sword like this. It's awesome. I don't know where all my see if we can get some of my poses that I've got. I'm sure I've got them somewhere here. No, I thought I had all my conversions, but I think they're in the studio in a box. But there's one. I've got that one. I'll put it here. What am I doing? Which I converted from the Three Hunters. I started painting him and just never finished. And that was years ago. But this was the Aragorn firing the bow, and I changed him to have his sword like that. And then the flip side to that is the Deepening Wall version that you're talking about. I converted that to have him firing a bow, which is probably one of my favourite conversions thus far. I think it looks awesome. I'm thinking now, is that where they are? Maybe I'll do a video with all my conversions in. Right, okay, while that wash is drying, I'm just going to have a look on the Facebook group. Walking to the vendor, that's just people talking there. Yeah, so he's getting there. I still want more. I want my hair to be a bit more highlighted. I'm going to blast him with a hairdryer, so just bear with me. Where's that Gawthor brown gone? I think I'm going to give it a very, 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 very light dry brush as well, you know. Just looking at it. When I've got my glasses on I can see the highlights. When I've not got them on you can't really see it. So a small dry brush. Does anyone else convert their own dry brushes from old brushes? That was an old standard brush from GW. I'll just cut it off. So Get some Gawthor, make sure I work the paint into the bristles. A tissue. I'm going to start at the back. I always start at the back of everything when I'm dry brushing because it's the back. So if there's too much paint on the brush, I'll mess it up. Not messed up the front of my model, which is normally the part what everyone sees. That makes sense. Yeah, I think that's looking better. So I'm going to get as much of that paint off that brush as I can, and then I'm going to do an ultra light paint blade. Work the paint into the bristles. Get a little bit off. Just very lightly. I'll do a little bit on his beard as well, actually. That looks good. Yep, I like that. Should have thought as well, I could have contrasted his hair, couldn't I? Could have done contrast paint. That would have worked as well. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my little brush. And I'm going to get some of the Bugman's Glow on my brush. Very small amount. I just want to do a line underneath the bottom lip. That'll do. So there's a bit of definition for the lip. Right. Cool. I think I'm going to move on to the metals. Quickly do his chainmail, and I'm going to use which is the Iron Hands Steel, which is the new one. Just replying to my brother who's texting me about work tomorrow. Just give me a second. Where's the chat gone? Carl says, I agree, Steve, but there are some things that wind me up when I watch them. Aragorn is looking great. Cheers, pal. Yeah, I mean, it's a totally different vibe, isn't it, as far as a film goes to Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings feels a bit, I know it's fantasy and it's got wizards and stuff in it, and monsters, but trying to be a little bit more realism, whereas The Hobbit, they have to do it a certain way because you've got trolls that speak, you know, and like the Smaug had to speak. It was just a different way, but I enjoyed them. I thought they were alright. They weren't terrible. Dan says that 3 grams conversion is swish. Yeah, I'll finish painting him one day. Iron Else by the War Master type Battle of 5 Armies box set. Yes, we've got it in the studio, I've just never ever played it. I bought it with the intention of doing you know, just like a bit of a battle report for the channel, but never did anything with it. It's still sat there. Maybe I will one day. I haven't got enough time to film a normal battle report, let alone for a game that I don't know yet. Right, okay, so chainmail. There's a little bit just there, looks like. And obviously the sleeves. I'm not bothered about being too neat with this. I mean, obviously I'll try and be neat, but it's a bit thick, there's more in there. You know what I mean. Because the chainmail, I am definitely going to dry brush. It's the messier. Of the colours which are going to sit next to each other, which is the brown of the jerkin and the sleeves and things. So if we get this out of the way, I can be neat with that, with the cloth area, and just reline it over the top. If it makes any sense what I'm saying whatsoever. I'm just going to be doing chainmail the way I've always done chainmail from day dot. Base coat, highlight with a dry brush of Necron compound, and then a wash of Nuln Oil, and then if it's needed, a re-highlight. If anyone's got a better way of painting chainmail, I'd love to hear it. I know some people just paint it black, don't they, and dry brush the silver on. I must say, the chainmail on the new models, the resin models from Forge World, is a lot easier to paint and just looks a lot better than this. You can sort of pick holes in the old style of sculpting a little bit now. Stephen Devlin, do you ever make up stories to work ones as to why you were away for the entire weekend at a time? I just don't tell them, man. Just don't tell them. Everyone that sort of in my life that needs to know that I paint toy soldiers knows. I just tend not to talk about it to people that don't, because they just don't get it, do they? And it's just an awkward conversation. So while I've got the silver out, I may as well do the silver details on the sword sheath. I'm looking at my reference pick. Get this on. I don't love painting metals. They never turn out as well as I want them to, which is a shame, because on some models it can make or break the model. How much of that handle is silver? The annoying thing is there's details on the reference pick which are clear as day, but on my model are not, which is annoying. His dagger has got gold detail, hasn't it? It's not silver, if I remember correctly. Right, that's the silver's done. Let's have a look. Stephen Devlin says chainmail, base lead belcher, normal wash, iron breaker, dry brush. Jeff, similar to mine, that's Steve. Jeff, Dave, why is there paint on your hands? I'm painting the kitchen. What screen? Yeah. Okay. Right, so put that away. Where's my Necron compound? There it is. It's a brand new one. So, get some of my Necron compound on my brush. I'm going to work it into the bristles. I'm just going to start drawing it over these areas. I think some of these, especially on the sword, it's too small for me to get into properly with this. So I probably will have to highlight directly with a brush. Definitely not going to get into that collar piece, so not worrying about that for the time being. So I'm just going to give that a quick blast with the hairdryer. So we've got 15 people in. Come and say hi if you've not already said hi. Let us know you're watching. And I'm trying to find my homebrew null oil, which is basically null oil and lime in medium 50-50 mix, because it isn't too strong. And I'm just going to coat the areas of silver with that. The reason I use this homebrew is because sometimes null oil can be a little bit too harsh. And once it's on, isn't it? So at least if I put this on and it's not harsh enough, I can just put another coat on. If that makes sense. I'd love a new Aragon model, even though we've got about 500 of them. Forge World Character Series Aragon would be amazing. Make sure we get all the shade underneath. And then I'll just do this little bit on the collar. Yeah. So I think I'll give him a quick blast. See what we think. It's not too bad, is it really? I think we can highlight from there. I think I'll put the wash away. Get this Necron compound again and just give another brush over. How's anyone who's watching who's painting? How's your how's tonight's project coming along? Is having me talking nonsense in your ears helping? I really like these videos, like, or these streams, should I say. Right, so I'll wash that. I'm not going to highlight that collar with that dry brush, so I will go in with some Stormhost Silver. And a small brush. While we're here, I'll just edge highlight the hilt. Go around the edge. There's some nice, I don't know if you can see them on camera, but there are some nice creases in the chainmail that a highlight would really accentuate. And obviously the light would catch the chainmail here at the top, sort of brighten that up a little bit. And come around the rim. A few of these little bits. Again, this shoulder would be lighter. So yeah. Stephen says, been a very productive night painting Rohan. Good stuff, good to hear. Tim says, calling my boys done, just got some nice bases to make. I can cross them off my list. Good stuff. Gaz says, watching you painting the face made me ditch the royal guard and Boromir from the Fellowship painting his face as we speak. Been good listening to you whittering on. I do witter on. I haven't actually seen what you've painted though. Try and get that one. That's where we're at so far. So I think his pants are grey, aren't they? So quite a dark grey highlighted. I think we'll go Skaven Blight Dinge. Some character brush. So we'll get this grey on his pants. There's only a little bit of his pants, and I think think there's anything else. Grey. Is his sleeve underneath grey? I think it is, isn't it? Right, let's get this on his legs anyway. Here's a question for you guys. Is there anyone in the chat now who is watching me paint and he's thinking, why is he doing this? Why has he done it this way? Why has he not done this? Why, blah, you know? Or is everything that I'm doing making complete sense? Because sometimes you don't realise, you get yourself into habits and painting a certain way, you don't realise might not be the most efficient way of doing it, if that makes sense. So it looks like this bit of the sleeve is grey, which it already is anyway, but I'm going to put some more of the Skaven black on because I quite like the colour. So let's try to work. Sometimes it's hard to work out what's strap and what's not. Suppose if I paint the straps, it doesn't really matter because I can pick them out after. As long as I paint the whole area, a little bit quicker on it. Well, I enjoy these. I enjoy doing these streams. They kind of help me a lot, in the sense that they stop me rushing. Because I'm just chatting along. It distracts me from thinking, right, I need to get this painted, we need to get this painted, it makes me concentrate a little bit more, which is a good thing. I'm going to paint the inside of his, the inner jacket here. Before I do the dryad bark for his main jerkin, I'll get this washed and known. Just like the paint, don't do that. So I'll dry this with a hairdryer. Get my homebrew mix. Start slapping this on the grey areas. Not going to be shy with it on the grey because I want there to be quite a dark contrast. On the grey areas, I think it is. Gareth's calling it a night. Catch you next time. Yeah, it's good to have you, Gareth. I'm not going to be far behind you, mate. I've been going nearly 2 hours now. I think we'll get this grey finished and get the jerking done. No base colour on anyway. A quick blast, speed it up. So my highlight for Skin Black Dinge is I'm going to go Mechanicus Standard Grey, or do I want to do Storm Vermin? So I'll look at what I've got here. It's a bit dark, I don't want it to be too stark. I'll go Mechanicus. So, a bit of water, and in we go. Yeah, there's not much to get out there. Right, I'm going to get my fine brush for these bits. I'll use my Artist Opus 00. Just do this collar here, the other side. The more you look at this sleeve, does not make it any easier to work out what is leather strap and what is cloth. It's like your eyes start to play tricks on you, it gets actually even more confusing. Right, okay, so we're going to do a final highlight of Dawnstone. Quickly get some of that out, it's a little bit lighter. Some water. Nearly swore then. But I won't. I'll keep my cool. Right, let's get this main jerking done. That's the brush I'm looking for. Said, what did we say we were going to do it in triad, didn't we? I'll leave that now just in case I need a bit more. It's quite a big area. Pin that down. I really like dried bark as a colour. It's really earthy brown, I like it a lot. So, it's jerking. Get a nice layer on that. What colour are them bits? They on the reference thing were all the same colour. Get in there. Get all that done before we do the straps, obviously. Nearly my bedtime. Okay. So, while we've got the dryad out, I'll also do his glaze, wristbands, whatever they're bloody called. And the straps for them. that's them done. Steve says, definitely been a motivator having a paint along video in the background. Yeah, man, it's nice to know it's done some years, or helped a few years along. Give them a quick blast with a hairdryer, watch your ears. I want this jerky to be a little bit richer and brown, so I'll use Agrax as the shade rather than Null Oil. Get this on. I'm just going to slap this on at the moment. I'm not even going to thin it. I'm just going to work it into the jerky. I don't mind it pooling a little bit, I don't want it to pool too much. Get like them tide marks, don't you? So I'll let it settle and then I'll just continue to move it around. I think these are quite a good focal point, the wrist guards. They're called glaives, am I mistaken that? They're called glaives, aren't they? To try and make a half decent job of. I just think they stand out quite a lot on the model. Might just be me. Right. Oh, might as well do his boots in that. I've painted his hand fully flesh and I've just realised he's got a glove on. Save myself a bit of time, come on. Ooh, quite a lot. So we're on 2 hours 6 minutes. I'm going to give him a quick dry. And I think focus it on for you. Yeah, night Mike, I'm signing off myself in a minute. Thanks for joining us, pal, appreciate it. I can get that to focus in. Yeah, he's not too bad. Another few hours on him tomorrow and he'll be finished. I'll post some pictures in the group of him up to this stage, but yeah, thanks for joining me guys. I think I'm going to call it a night because it's 20 past 11 and I've got a 6:15 alarm call, so yeah, thank you man, appreciate it. It's been good to chat. So keep an eye out on the group. If you have been painting along, make sure you post in the group what you guys have been painting whilst watching the stream, and let people know that you paint along whilst you're watching the stream. We'll try and get a bit more of a crew in, if you like, when I do these videos, and then I can sort of crack on with painting a bit, and you guys can chat along in the chat to each other, which would be cool. And I'll just chip in every now and again. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Pretty happy with that. So I'll get him finished tomorrow. I don't think I'll get time to stream and finish him. I'll just have to get home from work, and I've probably got about an hour and a half to myself when I get in, and I'll get him finished. But yeah, again, thanks guys, really appreciate it, and I hope to see you all at the next live stream. So yeah, take care guys, see you later.